Hello everyone, this is Tater Chimp here, and today we are going to be trying to conquer Lost Izalith. So, with that being said, let's get started. I figured that would probably be the next best ward vessel to go after, and we'll probably be messing around a lot with our different crossbows. And yeah, I killed her but left him alive, so bye. Yeah, so let's see. What's there to say about all this? So last time I did actually get the crossbow leveled up to where it needs to be, and just gonna see what kind of difference that makes against enemies who actually matter. No offense to everyone else who I've killed, but against bosses and stuff, might be a little bit different. So, sorry, just adjusting some things here. So I'm kind of a little bit unfocused right now, but we'll get back into it. And I actually think that, let's see, we've got 3 bosses in this area. The Bed of Chaos could be interesting, just because hitting those branches. The other demon, we already fought a demon, we know how demons roll. And then there is the Centipede demon, who I don't think is going to be that bad, in all honesty. I'll probably go with this Vihander for the Capras, though, just to work our way through. Seem to recall that this was a pain last time, coming down here for the big ember and then getting out. So hopefully we'll be able to make it through the entirety of this area today. If not, then whatever. It's not a big deal. I really wish that he would do his other attack, because that actually bounces off the shield. Like that. There we go. As stated before, that's one of the main appeals of this shield, is dealing with the Capra Demon. It's so good against him. That bounce. That bounce! So yeah, I've been kind of in a little bit of a gaming funk, which may explain why I've come back here. After all the games that I've beaten, I'm just kind of like tired of everything. So, like, I don't know what I want to play. Should really finish this up, get ready for Dark Souls 2, all that good stuff. Always take this shortcut. Alright, and I didn't wind up buffing that one, so it's pretty much all or nothing on this first fight. Which is always a good sign. But I remember the secret. You guys remember the secret? The secret is to avoid lock-on. That's the secret. Oh, man. I am not getting good frame rates. It's dropping, so I do apologize for the quality of that. And actually, you can see that these are doing about the same damage as these Vihander against these guys. So they either have a lot of physical or lightning resistance, maybe? I don't know, we'll see. But either way, not too bad. Oops. But you can't two-hand a crossbow. Or you can, but to basically no effect. Alright. Against this guy, I think I will get myself stuck in a little pocket, then go to range. Because I don't feel like trying to be all fancy taking him out with his Vi. And I dare say that the Avalyn might be more useful against him, but I'm not sure if it would be doing like 70 damage, so worth testing out. Not right now, though. So he goes, and that pretty much frees our path up. We could go to all this like side stuff, but not too worried about it. We do have 2 more of these little idols left that we have to take out. And we actually managed to do it while avoiding their attacks. So let's see. I'm going to switch off this Vihander to the Avalyn. Looks like it'll be doing 140 times 3, so 420 against 455. So it'll all come down to elemental types, and yeah, that still gives me the quick roll. So we should be good. This fight tends to be one of the more obnoxious demon fights, just because it's a more elongated arena, and he usually opens with that. But alright, so that's 234. And remembering previously to not lock on, that's 216. So pretty much all down to personal preference. The Evelyn's a bit stronger, but I do like the single attack animation better, so we're going to stick with that. Kind of need him to do anything except for that, so this is going to hurt. Basically, I want to create some more space here. Although, this arena is not too bad from the perspective that I still have lock on at this point, so I actually don't even have to be behind him. I just really prefer to. Huh, that hit without lock on. So not going to get greedy. I think that I probably could try and get 2 attacks in, but it's definitely not worth it. Yeah, greed is bad. That is one thing that is always true in Dark Souls. Just because you have the opportunity does not mean you should be taking it. So far, it's gone pretty well. He loves that smash. I think a lot of players don't like that from what I read. Like, they find it really obnoxious, and I guess I can see why. It takes a lot of stamina if it connects. But in our context right now, I'm totally okay with it. The more that he is not casting fireballs, the better this fight goes. And I'm getting kind of close to the door. And again, just drop the shield whenever there is an attack that... Oh, okay, this could be... Nope, another overhead. Yeah, drop the shield whenever you're not actually actively blocking, and you should be fine. And wrecking that stamina bar, but this is definitely greedy. Yeah, we had a little bit of a window there, less than I would have liked. And I think I'd be doing an extra 20 with the Evelyn, so it really isn't, it's not prolonging the fight too much longer than it has to go. I think there's probably some ideal range, like right there, where he'll use his Fire Blast attacks and not that jumping smash attack. I say ideal, it's ideal for what I'm trying to do. I mean, for anyone else, that is being in the range of fireballs generally a bad idea. But for what we're trying to do, actually, if we can just bait out some of those, yeah, like that, then we get a free attack and free mobility to evade it, so why not? And one more should do it. There we go. Demon Fire Sage. 0 hits. So it's easy when you have a crossbow, isn't it? Right up close, be a bit more of a pain. And we get his Catalyst, which we're not going to use, because magic is for suckers. And I know one thing I always forget is that I'm always like, okay, I have to go back to the bonfire up here. Now, there's another bonfire immediately afterwards, like right away. Which actually means I don't really have to switch back my weapons, which is pretty nice, all things considered. Alright, get another point. I think I'm just going to put this in Vitality. Going to boost that up a bit. And then I'm going to switch this right back. We'll see. Switching bolts probably would have been smart there. So we'll see which element this guy takes more damage from. Which I imagine it is not fire. It would honestly surprise me if he took more damage from fire. I don't think we're going to get as lucky with the no hitting. And the frame rate, definitely we're not going to get as lucky with. Because this magma also requires, it's a little bit more intensive. Alright, but actually, I am going to switch my location. I was thinking about fighting him on the small platform there, because sometimes I do if I've got range, but not a smart idea. So if you can take the damage, always advisable to come over to here. It's a much larger area. You just have to be able to sustain a little bit of that lava damage. And just fishing for a lock-on. Awesome. Take that, dirt. Alright, so that's 237, which is about what we saw before. And then it's 240. So it's actually a little bit more and a better animation by using this one. Now, most of the time when he spams this stuff, it sucks, because most of the time you're playing as a melee build. I went to call it a hero. Shows what I've been playing lately. But in the case of a crossbow, this is actually relatively safe. I mean, his stomping attacks and his little grabs are where it gets nasty and unpredictable. With this kind of stuff. Alright, and then that... You actually... I was going to say it's pretty rare that you see those, at least in my experience, so I am a little bit befuddled with how to deal with them. Oh no. Wow. I should not be alive. I am both not used to seeing that attack and not seeing it in that frequency. Alright, and so this is where I was saying that things are going to get a little bit dicey because he is now closer, and these attacks are a little bit more unpredictable. Just because he is so very large. Yep. It was only very recently where I started actually fighting this guy on even terms. I usually just summoned Solaire and then just cheesed him at the starting platform, abusing my sun buddy. So he's actually one of my least practice against bosses. As you can tell by the fact that I'm shooting at times where shooting is not a smart idea. Gotta hit him when he lands. Wait for an attack. Counter. The basics. One more hit should do it, though. Sniping him out of mid-air. Wow. So that actually went pretty poorly, but we still were able to get it. And that gives us a very important item, the orange charred ring. There we go. So now we're a little bit more free to walk around in lava. And also now we have a ton of souls to spend yet again. I always forget kind of where the exit is. It really blends in. There's not a good sense of depth with it. So I'm always like, is it over here? Yeah, it is. And I haven't been following Solaire's quest, so he's not here, I guess. That's fine. This is where it gets sad, because I am not going to help him. Alright, so I need about 6,000 more in order to level up. So let's go ahead and find if we have that. I know that we definitely do from the Soul of the Great Hero, but I think that's overkill. So there's 5, and that was Brave Warrior, so Proud Knight should take us over. And you know what? It's a darn good thing that we spent the time to level up that vitality, or else we would have been dead meat against that weird fireball attack. And minimizing damage, going up here. In this area, if you beat the Centipede Demon like we just did, and if you beat the Fire Sage Demon like we just did, really leveling up the bonfire not going to do much from this point forward, because the only remaining boss is the Bed of Chaos herself, the Queen Bitch, the least fortunate, like, luck-based, stupid boss. It's not going to be pretty. I'll say that much. I would not expect a perfect run of that by any means. So at the very least, you'll get to see what the good path to run back is. And These guys, I believe, are non-respawning, so if you take them out once, they're gone forever, and they actually offer a pretty good amount of souls, I think. And this is another soul item, I believe. Yeah, another great hero soul. So that's another probably like level right there. They also do have, I guess it would be friendly fire, so they can hurt their allies. And then drop off here. And then, of course, oh, I still have bows equipped, but I guess that's not going to be fine. So yeah, this one here has that little secret path, and this is the bonfire that you're going to learn to hate. Oops, didn't mean to level up. That's all right. All right, so let's. It really doesn't matter which one I use for it, so I'll stick with the magic heavy. Kind of disappointed in the Avalon in that respect. It really hasn't been doing that much work for me. But, yep, you just run over to the left here, and then there's a path right over here. It's kind of hard to see with all the lava, but here it is. Yeah, so the Bed of Chaos, I don't know. It's a neat idea, it's a cool design, but it just does not work. So, yeah. I tried getting a little bit more into Spelunky lately. I've had it for a while, available to download, just never did. I don't know, it's interesting. Like, a lot of the times with roguelikes, I'm like, oh, cool, yeah, roguelike, that's just, you know, die and get to the end. But that one, I don't know what it is about it. It's like there's so much more time investment or something where I'm not all about it. Oh, and there actually is one item that we need from this area. Actually a few, which means that I'm going to have to deal with these guys. Again, not something I normally do, because those guys have a chance to drop a red chunk, which you need to fully upgrade the fire crossbow. And then there is a Daughter of Chaos up here. Super easy to deal with. And there's also a the last of the Kirk fights, if you've been following that. Now I think it'd be best to deal with these guys from range. Don't quote me on that. And there's something in that chest. I think it's just another red chunk. I'll switch back to crappy bolts. We don't need to be fancy. No chunks on that guy. Yeah, there is actually a slab that we need, but this is not the place where we get it. No, that's pyromancy. That's right. My cat is definitely being annoying as it can. I think there's one of these is another fake wall, but I don't remember which one because I'm terrible at this game. So actually, I'm going to subject myself to some more torture before taking on the Bed of Chaos, delaying it as long as possible. Get a good delay a game going. Get it? It's a football joke. I'm recording this on Super Bowl Sunday because I don't care. So actually, that's a good thing. I can get on a soapbox with this now. I'm an idiot. Yeah, there's a lot of them. This could actually be a bit tricky. So there are a lot of people, especially around big football games, most notably Super Bowl Sunday, who they put on like Facebook those pictures of like, I don't know how to sport because I am a nerd. I hope that the running back gets a hat trick in the third quarter, like that kind of stuff. And it's like, I get, like, yeah, that's okay, it's kind of funny. I like mixing up sports terms knowingly, just to mess with people. But the thing is, nerds, the thing about nerds is we're actually smart people. And I don't think that the concept of football really eludes people. It's not. Okay, so I stick to the left here. Case in point. Yeah, like football is not that hard to figure out what's going on, nor is basketball, nor is hockey, or any other sport. So, I mean, I don't get why nerds are like, I'm stupid about this because that makes me cool. That's just kind of how it comes off. Man, someone's playing this game online. this guy. So actually, I think that I have the OP strategy right here because I have range as long as I can maintain a lock on, which it looks like it's not going to be very fortunate in that regard. But yeah, I just think it's dumb that the one thing that nerds play stupid on is sports. Am I just kind of stuck up here now? This is another thing that I never go and do. Someone's like, I will not need this item. I do know that I'm definitely going to want to go with the rusted ring, because down there is sticky crap, and the less you can deal with that sticky crap, the better. Alright, suicide run it is. Oh, yup. I forget what that is. Don't think that I care. Now there are some pits in here, so you do have to be careful with those. That way it doesn't lead to anything. Alright, and then I think this looks like it should be a safe zone. Really? You can do this. Oh man. Oh Jesus. Crap. Okay. So that's what that does. I think that's probably what you're supposed to do in this area. Come to think of it, is just kite those guys a bit. So, okay. They are super annoying, as it turns out. I want to switch off the Avalon on one hand, but on the other hand, I do not. Because... how badly damaged is it? Wasn't sure if I saw a guy coming. Display. 39 out of 150. So it's pretty badly screwed, but actually still usable. And I've still got some exploring to do. By the way, not sure if I've mentioned this. This blew my mind the other day. I was just like, what? There's no way that could possibly be true! Oh no! Like, changed my perception, like, cats, dogs living together kind of stuff. Here it is. Yay! Looks like there's somewhere you can actually fall to get it. I'm not sure where that is. That would be good to know for future reference. But there is the red Titanite slab, which will allow us to fully upgrade our fire crossbow. But as I was saying before, so the Spanish word for explorer is exploradora, and that blew my mind. That's all. That's the story. As you see. I really think that you are intended to kite these guys into those pits. That makes a lot of sense. Or, in this case, into each other seems to work just as well. Oh, wow. That is... does the Avalon do less... do crossbows do less as they have less damage on them? Or less durability on them? Goodbye. Goodbye. See ya. Oh my god. That is the best. If it wasn't for the fact that I would need to farm them for chunks, that would be highly entertaining. As it is, I do kind of need to farm them for chunks. Let's see, which way was up again? I should probably just warp back to the bonfire because I do want to repair my stuff. But oh, and I get out right as the poison ends. This is also good. And you'll note that I'm switching back to the orange charred ring instead of the dark wood grain ring. And that's just because there's no way I'm beating the Bed of Chaos. Not on the first try. You can hope, but not a good shot. And then here's our little path back up. So yeah, I don't think our weapon damage matters. And it just said the weapon, right? Like, is this still good? Yeah, that's still fine. So I'm just going to switch over to... the sniper crossbow will definitely have longer range, so there's a chance I might not have to get right up in the face to get the branches, but not going to worry about it. Just like I'm not going to worry about these 16,000 souls. They mean nothing to me. Nothing. And let's write a passive-aggressive message. Passive aggression complete. Alright. Let's do this. This always reminds me of the turbo tunnels from Battletoads. I think I put it in a video before. It's just this long, stupid tunnel where nothing happens. We're just waiting for the boss. Alright, so this is personal preference. I always go for the right one first. So, you see there's this ring out here. This ring is a safe spot. That will never crumble, so keep that in mind. If you have a quick roll, like I do, you can actually kind of roll through most of these branches. Oh, and you can actually roll to kill that one. Good to know. I was worried I'd have to shoot it. Alright, so then you destroy that, and then you have to destroy the one on the other side, and I'm used to taking that one out first. So, I'm just going to skip out of the cutscene, because I've already seen it like 30 times. So like I said, the center ring will not crumble. If she decides to be a bitch and hit you like that, then you write a passive-aggressive soapstone, and then that takes care of it. Okay, so yeah. So, proof of concept, there we go. Everything crumbles except this ring, and then you can kind of escape back here to your starting point to avoid, or to regen your stamina without worrying about the floor breaking. So then this is where it becomes obnoxious, is those little hand swipes. They can easily knock you off the edge. They deal a ton of damage. They take a ton of stamina to block. And it's all around a pain. Alright, so then you can't progress there, so you have to come through here. No big deal. Alright. Then the real fight begins. This is, hands down, the worst part of it. Really? Wow. Combo. I'm still okay. Oh, the hubris. Alright. So run back over here. Get back to our little semi-safe zone, because now she has that fire burst attack. And then this is where it all comes together. You basically have to wait for a good attack or bait out the two swipes. So I think that might do it. Nope. I was incorrect. Oh, alright. We've got one Estus left. If she decides to do the Fire Blast while we're inside of her, that would be a problem. But it looks like we just have to clear a little bit more. Here we go. There it is. And it's dead. How about that? First try. And then we get some frame rate issues as some stuff goes on outside that we can't see, which is amazing. There we go. That's how you beat the Bed of Chaos, folks. With, again, a little bit of luck from a lot of vitality. But I'm pretty happy with myself for doing that. That is not an easy task. So let's pump it up. Ooh, one more level from 69. Yes, I am that mature. Why do you ask? So let's go to Firelink, repair our stuff. And probably going to take out Nito next. I think I'm going to save the Four Kings for last because I really hate them. So let's repair the equipment first. Probably haven't ever done this, so might be worth it. And then upgrade, reinforce. So we can take that up to 8, so we need 3 more red chunks, which I'll farm off screen. And then we need 1 more slab for the iron round shield, which we can actually pick up in the DLC, so it's not a big deal. Alright, so I guess with that, we're good. I'm going to go and grab the pendant. Let's just get into the DLC, and I'm going to grab some more chunks off camera. So I will see you guys when we're back from that.